Super Newcastle, Newcastle United FC.
Bonjour everyone, welcome to Midweek Magpies, joined by special guest here, Roobenstein.
How's it going, mate?
Class little YouTuber.
Thank you.
Got a few subs and that going. I'm sure you know about him, I'll put your link in the description.
Thanks
anyway.
very much, mate.
But we'll get into it. So start off the FA Cup draw. Couldn't have been much worse, could it?
Yeah, it was pretty dire. I like to stay positive as always.
Magic of the Cup, you never know.
Yes, you never know. Maybe Norwich might beat Chelsea, although I don't really see that happening.
Josh Murphy's got to sort about for Jacob.
Maybe. I mean, the thing is, I suppose, even with Chelsea, they've got a lot of games. They might play a young team. We'll still have a chance, but agreed. I mean, there was a lot of teams in there. I mean, Man U got Yeovil away. Man City got, was it Cardiff away or something? So it could have gone better.
It could definitely gone better. I mean, Newport was the ball before Chelsea. That was the stinker. Like
when it was getting down to it, I actually thought we might get Middlesbrough.
I wish
they
that
were
was
in the
what
bottom
we.
six or
That what
something.
we and a lot of the fans were saying after the Luton game. You know, I want Borough because let's face it, we're not going to get Sunday 9 times soon.
No, it doesn't
so
look
it's
like
the closest
it.
derby that we're going to get. But I like you say, you never know. Norwich could pull them over. I mean, like you say, Chelsea. End of the month, there's going to be games are coming thick and fast. Champions League's coming. They're not going to be able to play the starting 11.
I reckon they probably will play a weakened team. We're just got to have some faith that we might get something.
Play another strong team because it was surprising.
I said that day. I mean, but obviously, if it was like a midweek cup game and you were trying to mix it between the two Premier League games, I could see why Rafa would put in the youngsters. And I said before the game, I reckon it was going to be a strong team, except maybe with Woodman and net, and that's what it was. So I was happy with it, and we made a bit of hard work of it, especially in the second half. But,
squeaky bum tank more time on it.
But we got the win, so happy.
Aye. Well, we'll keep our fingers crossed for the FA Cup. We won't touch too much on the Luton games, that's done and done. Next game, Swansea. Is it a 6 point already this early on? After recent results.
I reckon we should be beating Swansea. I mean, when we drew with Brighton, I was actually a bit disappointed because I thought we didn't play great. But
we created more against City in 10 minutes than we did against Brighton in 90.
Yeah, I just remember there was a point in about the 80th minute when I was looking at the team. We had the ball and everyone was just standing there, and I don't know if they'd given up or whether Rafa said just hang on a point.
Don't lose.
Yeah,
don't do anything but lose.
Basically, so I don't know what happened in that game, but we went and beat Stoke, and then it makes the point maybe look a bit better.
Because overall you'd be wanting the forward, wouldn't you?
Yeah,
It was reversed, wasn't it? It was the other way around than what you'd expected.
Well, we seem to go. Well, we did this earlier in the season. We'll go through a little burst where we win some games, so hopefully that might carry over into the Swansea game as well.
But then again, you know, at home it seems to be tricky. Like we'd fancy it more away. We did beat Swansea 1-0 away, and I reckon we'll do them 1-0 again this weekend.
I mean, I'm hoping the lads will with high confidence. We went and beat Stoke. We beat Luton. I reckon we can't. Will you take a draw? Need to be a win.
No, I'm not having the Brighton all over again. Unless we need the 3 points. I was going to say we need goals, but I'm not even asked about goals. 1-0 all day. Take your hand off.
I mean, they're bottom of the league. They'll be low on confidence coming up to St James's Park. If we can't take advantage of that, then
they do have the old new manager syndrome, though, don't they?
Yeah. Well, we got lucky that Stoke didn't have that because
we caused that. I think Mark Hughes wanted to get sacked, mate. He played Stephen Island. Way at Coventry, I thought he was just like, new year, new me. Mark Hughes, he wants a new job.
He's not done them much this season, has he really?
Nah.
But yeah, I had it. Well, I thought he was going to get sacked in time for us playing them, but thankfully he wasn't. So we'll beat them. And what was it? We've won. Of the 3 away games we've won this year, I've missed 2 of them, and one of them was Stoke. So maybe me not going to the games is a good thing. But we did beat West Ham when I was there, so maybe I'm not.
That was a good. I seen that. It was a good vlog. I picked the wrong day to go to London because the week before I went to Arsenal, and even though we did well and it was a close game, wish I'd have chose the West Ham game.
I was at Arsenal as well, but yes. It was London. What was it? Oh yeah, I was in London twice in 7 days. If I'd gone and watched us lose against Arsenal, I'd gone and watched us lose against West Ham in the space of 6 days, whatever. I was happy we won.
I was delighted we won, especially when you've seen the lineup before the game.
Yeah, I know.
Going on to this game though, lineup this weekend, are you looking at pretty much the same as what we've seen against Luton. Obviously, bar Woodman because he's a bit too young and experienced.
Yeah, I reckon. I mean, Elliot, is he still injured?
I think he's still injured.
He's still injured, so it'll be Darlow back in net. Yeah, I mean, same team. Well, he does mix it up quite a lot, even with
you can never predict Rafa's aims.
West Ham, Diorme and Sevilla before the game. I was like, what what we're doing here? And then the best two players on the pitch, so you never know. What do you reckon? 2 up top, 1 up top? I mean, Perez has done alright, he scored against
I wouldn't, as much as I didn't really rate Jose Benitez, like, I'd keep him in there. Because I think that formation suits us better.
Yeah.
And I'd stick him in behind Gale because, I mean,
it's definitely more. It's a more compact formation, I think. The thing, it's a funny one because I do think that almost to a degree, Joselu on his own isn't fantastic. Gale on his own has his moments, and then when they play together, they do suit each other a lot better. But then it is just that defensive thing because when we've got Perez in, it provides that little extra. It depends how the game's going to go because we don't. If Swansea are going to come up and defend, then maybe we should just go with the 2.
I don't. Well, I'm not sure. Well, obviously, I think they might go for it as well. Like, but
well, that's what I mean. I mean,
they're rock bottom, but obviously they won't want to lose. But Carvajal's a bit of an attacking manager, isn't he? So
yeah.
I think they'll go for it. Like, you know, I think it would suit us going for it as well. Let's have a good game.
Yeah, we've got to go for it. Let's just, if we go for it in the first 10 minutes, let's not just score and then stuff because
a bit like Luton that one. Like Rafa said, the lads just like came out with gear. Second half, didn't they? Went 3-0 up.
Yeah.
And then they just thought it was game over and like gifted them back and up. But don't want that to happen.
I mean, that goal they scored that was offside as well. I was slightly worried at that moment. But
we had a 3-2 on, so I was a bit gutted.
Fair enough.
But now, I mean, going to Swansea, we've got to go for it. Play Perez. One of the main men who came back in against Luton, Shelvey, did well.
Yeah.
It is Luton, but he is class on his day if he can be asked to turn up. Linked with a 12 million move at West Ham.
A few players are linked with moves. I think
Would you sell?
No. Who we're gonna get is better for 12 million. That's the way I try and look at it.
Good point.
12 million always sounds nice, but you can't buy anyone for anything these days. So if we let him go for that much, I mean, Marino's done very well. I do like Hayden. And I don't know, Shelvey was obviously. I thought Shelvey was very good last year, and he has had his moments this year. But you've got to say, I wouldn't say he's turned it on quite.
Nah, he's been. Like I said, some games he just doesn't look like he wants to be there.
Yeah.
And then some games you can turn up and he is top class.
Yeah, I like.
You don't get that move for Liverpool without being top class. He is capable of that worldy ball that creates something out of nothing. He's scored screamers, but like you say, it's a great point. 12 million. Who else are we going to get for that? Yeah. And I think that's why Rafa's reluctant to let him go. Plus to a relegation rival.
Yeah. Who was it? I've seen Richie was linked with a Burnley move. Was it for like 9 million or something? And again, it's just for 9 million you can't buy anything.
Well,
we've got Joselu for 5.
We've got Jacob Nathan for 12. Who's another winger.
Well, so there you go.
Championship player. Richie's obviously did class last season. Again, this year for me, he hasn't been at it. But no. I do rate him, especially from dead ball situations. I wouldn't let him go for 9 million.
No, he started the season well, and I agree. I think he hasn't been at his full potential this year. It's a funny one because obviously he does a lot of defensive work, which is great. Yeah. I want to see him getting forward more, but then I suppose when we're not doing great ourselves as a team, it's hard to get forward. And he's not the paciest of players either.
Saying he's not the paciest, what would you make of putting him in like the number 10 role? A lot of fans have mentioned that because I would like to see Murphy and Atsu and then Richie in the number 10, so you could play like a 4-2-3-1.
Yeah, no, I definitely think it's worth a go, especially at times at the start of the season when we were just calling out for a number 10 and we were desperate for someone to come in that new role and no one did it. And then I definitely think it's worth a try. I mean, the same with people were wanting Shelvey to have a go there. He did it a little bit in the Luton game, and I thought you look good. But then, like you said, it wasn't the most competitive game, so we've got a lot of options.
Which Rafa uses. No one knows what touched on selling players. Are we going to bring anyone in?
I don't know. What was it? I heard Rafa wants his transfers done by the 20th of January. Was it? What's it now?
The 10th?
The 10th, and he still doesn't know what his budget is.
10 years, he's got no money, he doesn't know what's going on.
So I've no idea. I really wanted to think so, but
I was optimistic, but as the days are going by, you just think.
Well, I've just heard nothing really.
I don't know whether silence is good, whether like one day it's just going to pop and there it is, or if it's going to be a typical Newcastle transfer window.
No, I don't know. I don't feel like obviously in the summer when we were getting promoted, it was the rumours were everywhere. And obviously I've heard a little bit of bits and pieces, but in general I haven't heard as much this time. It's almost like it has gone a bit quiet. Probably because everyone knows we haven't got any money, so how we're going to buy anyone?
And I want it with Daniel Sturridge on loan, but his wages are the sticking point.
Right. I've seen a few bits and pieces like that. Who was? Well, I know what Mitros was looking like. He wanted to go.
League One, France League One. That is not Shrewsbury or out. He's linked with going to France. Am I wrong? Which is obviously out the door because he had that convenient back injury that ruled him out until January. We know for a fact we're not going to see him probably even on the bench again this weekend. It's a matter of time before he goes.
I mean, if he went,
free up some money.
It would free up some money, definitely. Don't know, Sturridge. It's a funny one. Like a lot of the a player like Sturridge, you don't know what you're getting as well. I think bringing in. I want to buy players, but at the same time, the money's so scarce.
You have to get it right.
We have to get it right, and I don't want to just. If we sold Mitro for like 15, and we managed to get someone like Sturridge for a similar price, and the wages weren't an issue, and so on, it would just be like, would he come in and? I don't know.
Would he stay fit's the main thing?
Yeah, that as well. I mean, links with. What about like that Kennedy on loan and all that?
Well, he played against Norwich, didn't he, in the first round, in the first tie? He looked decent. He's a bigger lad than I thought he was, and he's very versatile, and he's got that bit of flair about him. Yeah. So I mean, you can add it to I'd rather him be there than Dummett. Or Manquillo.
Yeah, actually, I thought Manquillo's kind of shone through a little bit.
Maybe he knows, like Rafa said, maybe someone in the other. So
he was pretty awful when he came, to be honest. But he's
getting a lot better going forward. Yeah. But he's like yelling in the fact that can't bend.
I know, and this is the problem.
But then again, he was getting stuck in.
What was he? 5 million?
What do you expect?
If you spend 5 million, you've got it. And I don't think he's had a lot. He's obviously got a bit of stick. I mean, Southampton game I went to, and he was just walking.
Asphalt one, and he's just always out of position.
Yeah, it's. I just remember it was right in front of us, and it was Gabbiadini was on the ball, and Manquillo was just kind of like just following.
Oh, he let him have the shot, didn't he?
And then it went in, and that stuck out in my head. But yeah, I don't think he's got stick for stuff like that. But at the same time, we're spending 5 million. I don't think you can really blame the lad.
You can't blame him. And then what do you make of the criticism Rafa was getting now? Other period when we went 9 games without a win.
Yeah, it's.
Can you blame that because it's a championship team, basically?
Well, that's it. I think he's doing his best. I'll stay true to Rafa for the rest of the season, for definite. For as long as he wants to stay. To be honest, I think we've had so many poor managers, and to finally have someone who, and fair enough, it did have a spell when it wasn't going well. And if it was anyone else, he may have even been sacked. If it was McLaren or whatever, at that point when you've lost however many games in a row,
30 or whatever it was,
I think people would probably turn around and sack you. But I think even Ashley, with the little sense Ashley's had, even he knows that sacking Rafa isn't going to make things better. We're going to do well to get anyone who's going to be any better. I suppose if you want survival, you maybe could have looked at like Tony Pulis was free. Maybe he could have guaranteed us out of the bottom 3. But I'm very happy with Rafa. And like he showed us what you can do. We've got some wins against the teams we needed to win against Stoke, and like I said, the draw in hindsight isn't too bad after all. So
it's mad though, like Tony Pulis, like for West Brom to sack him, he's the kind that you mentioned that he's the kind of man you would turn to stay up. And they go to appoint Porteau and Corver.
I know. I don't know. I suppose it's. I mean,
he was done absolutely shit since he went there. He's done nothing.
I mean, they have been in the Prem for a fair bit now, and I suppose just staying up maybe wasn't enough anymore. So they wanted to move on. Well, that was the hope for me. Realistically, was we brought Rafa in. He stayed, and we're in the Championship. No one could believe it.
That he stayed.
That he stayed. He stayed with us this year, and my thought has always been, hopefully, decent out of the relegation zone. I think I predicted us 15th before the start of the season, so not in a relegation battle, but comfortably away, maybe not quite mid-table, but in and thereabouts. And my hope was he'd see us through the difficult first season, and he would stay on for another to really go for it.
Get his own squad in Premier League.
That's it. And then maybe following that season, if we were doing well, he might have stayed another one, but no one ever stays that long. But the fact that he's had no money to spend has kind of hindered that, to be honest. And now I'm starting to think that we won't get relegated this year, but if we do come 15th, if he hasn't got the money, if the takeover hasn't happened, is he going to want to stay on and do that extra season to see what he can do?
With them players year in year out, you can't take on you, because he could go most teams in the world.
Well, I think because he got us promoted, I think obviously he loves the fans and all that, but
sees the potential
as well. He saw that he's got this team into the Premier League, and now he wants to see what he can do in the Prem. And if he got the backing, I'd like to say he would stay another season. But if we get to the summer and I could very easily see him turn around to Ashley if he's still here and just saying
he'll be away. No chance you'll put up with that again.
No.
If Newcastle do get the backing, how far do you think we can go?
How far do you think we can go? Champions League final in 20 years time.
20 years?
I don't know. No idea. I mean, if we've got the
back to where we're like under Bobby Robson realistically, and it's like European
pushing
nice.
for
Champions League, UEFA Cup, that kind of thing.
Definitely, yeah. I mean, that's all it is basically. I mean, we've got the world class manager. We just need someone to give him the money that he wants and that he needs. I think Rafa will stay at the end of the season. If the changeover happens and Stavely or whoever steps in and goes, here's your 100 million, Rafa, I think it'll be a decision for him to make on whether he thinks he can bring in the players that he wants with the money he's going to get to do another season. If he gets to the summer and Ashley's still here, I think he'll just say goodbye. But then the only thing is, there's supposedly a clause in his contract that he has to pay 5 mil if he wants to walk or something.
I don't know how true that is. Like, surely
I don't know, but I think.
But it's actually in it like that.
Well, if it is there, then I think.
I heard it was something like if you do want to walk, you have to work the next 6 months in Sports Direct.
Might be. Well, when I heard he was linked with people like West Ham, I mean, a club like that would walk in and he would do it.
Gets the money and everything. Gets a new stadium.
Well, West Ham would pay Ashley the 5 to give him to us, basically. Like, Rafa's never going to pay the 5 million. Nah. He's always going to find another
potential suitor.
Yeah, someone will come. Someone, Spain, France, whatever he wants to do. Someone will say, "Oh, that's fine. Here's the 5 million."
Monaco or something. Yeah, sure. Don't you know that. Right. Well, we'll finish off on a little schmuck of the week.
Right.
Who's in the headlines for the wrong reasons for you?
Newcastle United wise or football wise?
Entirely football wise.
Entirely football wise. I don't know. You go first. I can't think.
I'm trying to think. Like, I don't know what's really been happening this week.
Not a lot.
Trying to think.
FA Cup weekend, it all goes quiet.
Schmuck of the week, probably Mark Hughes.
Yeah, well, I mean,
him or actually the Conte and Mourinho thing that's going on at the minute.
Yeah, it's all
them two kids. You little man, you little bastard, and stuff like that.
It's very silly. Mark Hughes, he did still all right, but he's lost the plot slightly recently.
Lost the plot. Beat away to Coventry in the cup.
Yeah, not great. Well, hopefully win on Saturday.
I think we'll win on Saturday. Yeah. I'll stick to the 1-0. Maybe it'll be an awful game. Unless we say both teams are going for it and it could be a 3-2 or something like that, which I think Carvajal will probably come up here and just because they're not very good defensively. So I
can see us scoring early, and I'm hoping
it doesn't get too nervy.
Yeah, we can add to it in a reasonable amount of time before it's the 80th minute and we're all sitting there.
It's typical Newcastle. It's never easy. You know, it's going to be 2-1 with 5 minutes to go.
Yeah.
Alright, what are you going for, do you reckon?
I'll go 2-0. I'm going to go, we'll score first 20 minutes and then we'll all sit shaking in our seats until about the 85th and we'll catch them on the counter and we'll make it 2-0.
Oh, that'll be alright.
That will be alright.
More like 1-0 Newcastle and Swansea get a penalty in the last minute.
Yeah, we won't jinx it.
Anything you want to add, mate?
No, great having us on. Fingers crossed for Saturday. Subscribe to this bloke. Great channel. Thanks for having us.
Thanks very much, mate. Appreciate
it. Good to see you.
Cheers,
thanks very much, mate.